Well, this is the second in our series of a program called Obstacles and Opportunities. I'm Peter Mayer. I'm here with my friend Adam, who has brought a couple of guests along this time.
Hello,
Matt in the center, and Ian sitting right next to me here. So we're talking jobs today, and each of these guys has an important and interesting occupation. And I want you to see, those of you watching and listening, if you can guess what these three jobs have in common. They work in different places, they do different things, but each of these men has something in common with each other with their jobs. Let's start with Ian. Where do you work and what do you do?
I work at MC Movie Field, and I just pass out lift tickets and I key in the movie fields.
So how often do you work?
I work 5 days a week. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then off on Friday and Saturday and Sunday.
I think to a lot of people that would be a dream job. You get to see movies yourself?
Yes.
What's the best movie you've seen recently?
I just saw The Martian yesterday.
Wow.
Yes.
Is that the best thing you've seen recently?
No. The best thing that's... Yeah. Yeah.
And Matt, describe your job.
Okay, I work at the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development in Washington, D.C., and I am a mail clerk for them. So basically what I do is I just go through the mail and see what belongs to us and what belongs to other agencies in D.C. And I do work 5 days a week from 7:30 to 4:30 every day.
I've been in, that's a huge building, I've been in there. How does somebody find, I got lost in there, how do you find your way around?
Well, there's signs up on the walls that will point you to whatever room you need to get to.
Do you actually deliver the mail?
Yes. And we have 2 mail runs a day that we go on. One at 10 o'clock and one at 2. So, and then we have what are called mail tags, which means they have all the individual room numbers on them that get mail. And then we just bring the mail back to the mail center and then we sort it out. And then we have to count how many individual pieces we have. And then we write it down on a clipboard.
So a lot of places this is all automated, but you guys do this by hand there, the department.
Yes.
You must see some important people.
Yeah, actually I do. About a few weeks ago I saw the secretary. So, I mean, I just said hello. How are you?
And was the secretary pleased to see you, I guess? Because you're the guy that brings the mail to the secretary's office.
Yes.
That's great. So, Adam, describe your job and how you got it and how many days you work.
I work at Costco wholesale. I work 3 days. I work 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And I got it by. This was kind of a funny story. My psychologist, her husband's a dentist, and the patient was the North American regional manager of Costco, and he said, if you don't clean, if you don't get my friend a job, I'm not gonna clean your teeth.
Oh boy, some people would say getting a job is like pulling teeth, but that's how you got your job, was through a dentist.
Oh yeah.
So you are stationed at the entrance to Costco. Everybody who's been to a Costco store knows how important the greeters are.
Correct.
What do you say to people as they come in?
I said, hello, how are you doing? And most people just check their cards, like the other people at the door just check their cards, and I really talk to the customers. I've gotten a lot of presents and some stuff.
So you see the same people over and over again, or new faces all the time? How does it work?
Pretty much I see the same people every week.
And do you know where everything is in Costco? Because everything's always changing.
Well, since I'm such a dedicated worker, I never really like thought.
Oh, so you don't have to go back to where all the stuff is and tell people where the cleaning supplies are and the free samples of food and all that stuff.
No.
So, Matt works in the government sector, and these other two guys work in the private sector, Ian at a movie theater and Adam at Costco. And so there you have it in terms of what their jobs are. And I think what they have in common is that each of these guys is what you'd call a people person. And they're all working in jobs where they have exchanges with people every day, and I've known these guys, each of them, for a while, and each of them is a people person, and I'm sure that the same people who come into the movie theater are hoping that Ian's going to be the guy that takes their ticket and tells them which theater to go to, and any of us who look for mail, you know, are looking for the delivery person, and that's our buddy Matt. And they do it 2 times a day. Mm-hmm. And you know, if you're at home or at the office, most offices, you only get it once a day. And then people I know, I've heard from people who come in and out of the Costco store where Adam works, that they look forward to seeing him. Now, getting to and from work is a challenge for anybody here in DC. People who live in small towns who are going to be seeing this on YouTube, they don't face the hassles we do. You guys might face other hassles, though, that a lot of people who just get in the car and drive through rush hour, you know, don't have to deal with. So I want to hear how each of you get to your job each day. Matt, how do you get down to the government office?
Well, in the morning I take a bus that picks me up in Woodbridge, and then that takes me up to the Pentagon, and then I take a bus from the Pentagon into DC. So that's about maybe an hour's worth of travel, maybe.
Wow.
And then coming home, I take the VRE.
And for people who aren't around here, who live around here, tell them what the VRE is.
The Virginia Railway Express. So I guess the only difference is that it's kind of like the Metro, except it's above ground.
It's a regular train, though.
It's above ground, not underground.
Mm-hmm.
So.
So you take the bus to work and the train home.
Yes.
You see the same people every day? They must look forward to seeing you.
No, I don't.
You don't?
I see different people.
Uh-huh. And Adam, how do you get over to Costco from your house?
I take Metro Access, which is the public transportation, the local public transportation that they have the white and the red and the blue top vans. So I take Metro Access over there.
So they come to your house.
Yeah, it's door to door, and they drop you off at the Costco door, but at whatever door you're going to, the store or wherever you're going to. But sometimes they don't do a good job in planning their trips. So sometimes on the way home, I spend like 2 hours or sometimes 2.5 hours on the bus before.
So do other people get on, or is it just you?
Yeah, sometimes that's why it takes long, because sometimes I have 2 people get on, sometimes 1 person get on, sometimes they drive me home straight.
And how do they get your wheelchair onto the van?
I take what we have. They have lifts. It's like an elevator.
Like a mini elevator.
Correct.
And your family has a vehicle like that too, right?
Oh yes, we do.
So how about you, sir, Ian?
Yes, I take Metro Access, and Metro Access picks me at home, takes me to the movie field, takes me to the driver gets out of the car and takes me to the door of the movie field, and then on the way back home, sometimes my parents take me home.
So you have to call them when you're ready to go home, or do they know to pick you up at a certain time?
I can call them and tell them, hey guys, I'm ready to pick up, I'm done And then if I need work more late, I just tell them, I say, hey guys, I'm working extra late. I'll call you when I'm done. And
No,
Now, were you going to say something else, Adam?
no, cause you have to make a reservation like 20
Yes.
hours in advance. So you can't not tell them that you're not ready, cause otherwise they'll leave you and they take 2 hours to get back to you if you're not ready at one time.
So it's not like just calling a cab.
No.
You have to make
No.
an advance reservation.
if you don't make that date, they won't pick you up.